Okay, very well. I have, again, good news of more revelations from God, and that shows His power and His kindness and His absolute generosity towards us, and wants us to become better servants of Him. So that's what I want to show you today. Let me just go here and open this one. So click on this, and it's going to take us to our destination here, and there we are. Okay, so this again, these are all by God's grace and mercy, and again, these are designed to extol God. These are designed for us to remember God and to think of Him. Okay, and it's not for anybody else. It's not to glorify anybody else. It is only for glorification of God alone. Okay, and I want to stress that. The 798th Sphenic number. Okay, remember now, 798 is the number of K.H.Y.A.S in chapter 19 in the Quran. Okay, and so and we derived that during the conference, and before that we derived it. So I'm just going to use this, and without going back and telling you how it was derived from the 19th 20 PC, and so and other things came out of it. But anyway, so this is the number of K.H.Y.A.S in chapter 19. So 798th Sphenic number is 4738. Now remember now, this is the chapter 19, and that relates it immediately to chapter 47, which is called Muhammad, and it has 38 verses. Okay, immediately. Okay, so the number, if you will, the number of initials in chapter 19 actually generates chapter 47. This chapter connects two prophets together, namely Jesus and Muhammad. The 19th frequency of the word Jesus has been mentioned in chapter 19. Not only that, he also tells them they are both the son of Adam, because the 19th frequency of word Adam is also mentioned in chapter 19. Okay. So this is amazing. So these two lines, these two bullets that I just read to you, tells you a story, tells you the history. Okay. So this directly, as I said, connect the count of initials in chapter 19 to Surah 47. Again, recall that 798 is the frequency of K.H.Y.A.S in Surah 19. And now listen to this. This is the new item. 798th lonely prime is 9739. Okay. And it's a lonely prime is also a prime, but it happens to be super prime. Note, a super prime is a prime whose index is also a prime. Okay, so the index of 9739 is actually 1201, but 1201 is also a prime and its index is 197. So this makes 9739 a super prime. Means the index of the index. Okay, its index is a prime, and then its index of that is also happens to be a prime, which is 197. Okay, and 197 Emirp is 9127. Okay, there we go. Okay, now the story goes like this. The story goes that Adam, Jesus, and Muhammad, okay, they're all there. They're all related because they are the children of Adam. After Jesus, there was one more prophet, which was Muhammad. There was nothing in between. That's what it says. Two scriptures. One was revealed to Jesus, which was the Injil, and one was revealed to Muhammad, which is the Quran. This also tells us that Muhammad was also the one who delivered the Quran, and that Quran that he delivered, chapter 9, has 127 verses. Okay. That is amazing. Okay. Now, The Emirp of 9127 means when you write it backwards, if you write 9127 backward, is actually 7219. The index of that is actually 156. Okay, so it's the 156. 7219 is a 156 Emirp. The sum of these two Emirp indices of 156 plus 197 is 353. 353 is the frequency of actually I had it, I don't know why it went away. Anyway, we'll go ahead and fix it, all of us together. So let's see here. They have him here, there it is. I'll just grab this part of the word Muhammad. In the middle is actually Hamim. And so I cut and paste it, copy and put it down here. Frequency of Hamim in Surah 42, and 353 also happens to be the exponent of the 19th Gaussian Mersenne Prime. Now look what happened. It connects us to 42. Remember we started with 798? Okay. See, at the very end, these two last bullets, there are two numbers, 42 and 19. Guess what? 42 times 19 is actually 798. Regenerates the number of K.H.Y.A.S in chapter 19. So all these things that I highlighted here with this bullet manner, itemized it this way, they all tell you a story, and I just told you that story. Okay. Is this what you want to learn from these meetings? Okay. Or do you want to learn something else? As I said, if you want to learn those other things, there are forums for that. There are forums for this active group and that active group, this political group and that political group. And you can gravitate towards that. But you are not going to get this information. You are not going to get this history in the language of numbers. And these are the eternal books that God is keep talking about. Okay. In the Quran. And we are blessed to see this. Every week we see it. Okay. Last week we saw it at the conference. We all enjoyed it. Okay. Can we see how it's designed? How we should be grateful to the source of this information? And this information should not be taken lightly, should not be taken for granted. It cannot be imitated. Okay. We cannot act like 693. Otherwise, we are going to suffer the consequences. So I'm going to stop here and we'll finish off.